What's up, guys?
Yes.
It's been a long time, so what's up? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Think. We've been very busy. We actually we got a new house and we're planning to we got a new house. We're building up a studio, so we haven't really been able to have the time to provide the content.
As you guys can see, like, we haven't been releasing videos for like, I think it's more than 3 months. And if you see the background, we changed the place we were staying at, so that's one of the reasons. And then we are building a studio. The cool part about it though is that we recorded all of it, so I'm working on that footage so you guys can see what we're doing. But now we thought that it would be cool to have a conversation about a video. So what do you think, Jason?
So yeah, we're gonna be giving you guys a bunch of videos where we react to thought-provoking material, things that we can have a conversation about. And today we have a video called Can Scientists and Religious Leaders See Eye to Eye? So that's going to be what we're going to be reacting to. You know, it's Jubilee. Shout out to them for creating dope content, and we're basically going to be reacting to it, but also like just putting ourselves in their shoes and and talking about the questions and conversations that they have.
Basically, we're gonna join the conversation they're having.
Exactly.
So let's see.
Just take God out of it. Might there not be something, right, that your scientific beliefs can't explain?
Hey, this music's cool.
My name is Matt. I'm 41 years old.
I'm a pastor.
I'm Gil Kay. I'm 40 years old. I am a minister of Buddhist church.
I'm Andrew. I'm 42, and I'm a chemist.
I'm Jess. I'm 36.
That dude was funny. He's like, everybody was like, I don't know, just like all nervous, but dude was like straight to the point. Hey, I'm 46. I'm a chemist.
Volcanologist.
I'm Don. I'm 64. I'm a paleontologist and geologist.
I'm Amy. I'm 53, and I'm a rabbi.
I believe this universe was created.
What? I believe this what?
I believe this universe was created. All right, so let's think, right? All right, so where would you be?
I'll be on... Yeah, I believe that the universe was created.
Interesting. Okay, yeah, me too. That's what I was thinking. For me, is that I feel like I strongly agree. So let's see what these guys...
This is literally my greatest fear, that I'd be all alone in this circle. I believe that this world was created. I've placed my faith in a God that is infinitely creative in what He's made. He then deserves my worship and my affection. Seriously, last night I was talking to my wife. I was like, what if there's a question that I'm the only one that agrees to? She's like, just stay where you are. I was like, I don't know.
The big problem is that immediately you start talking about creator, and I've battled creationism most of my entire career as an evolutionary biologist and paleontologist. It brings in a whole category of things that violate my rules as a scientist as well. And when I step back from that, especially when I step back from where I started as a religious person when I was younger, I look at this and I say, you know, if anything, what we see now about the universe shows how poorly designed it is and how sloppy it is and how painful it is. And all these things which don't speak to a very benevolent creator, because if anything, it makes him look bad.
I don't believe in a
I
supernatural
don't know.
God. I'm a reconstruction.
I don't know. Like, I feel like he kind of said a lot, but to me, it's like, I don't know. What do you have any thoughts on that?
Oh, just to him, I'm just wondering, like, I feel like he's taking it to a point that, you know, like, religious people believe that God is, in a way, like, perfect, right? So he's saying, like, there's so many, like, things that are not really perfectly. So he's like, how can that be God?
I just felt like he wasn't really, like, I felt like, because the statement is, I believe the universe was created, right? So it's not even, it's just saying that, you know, this universe was created, but his argument seemed more against, like, this idea of a benevolent God, right? But the real point that you know, we're agreeing or not agreeing to is that
Was it created or
was
no,
it created or
basically.
not? But
Yeah.
he kind of, you know, and it's hard because it's like a deep conversation, but it seemed more like he was focused on being like, oh, I'm against this idea of a benevolent God. And if we look at the universe, we see how poorly designed it is. But
Exactly.
he's still saying that it was designed.
Yeah.
So it's like, but yeah.
I don't believe in a supernatural God. I'm a Reconstructionist Jew. For me, I don't rely on a supernatural creator in order to remain astounded at the beauty of this world. It's sloppy. It's the world, right? It's the world. We're
Okay, her? I don't
Yeah.
feel like she's even like answering the question.
That's what
It's
I
like,
mean.
She's describing how this world is sloppy and what she believes. But it's like, I mean, what she believes based on like, I feel like in the religious point. You know what I mean? Like, different
Exactly.
religions.
They're not.
But they're
doing-
not saying like, yes, I do. No, I don't believe that this world was created because I don't know, like.
You know,
like,
and because then they have to
listen.
prove that it was
Exactly.
created accidentally or I don't,
Yeah.
it was created, I don't know, it just boom, like it just
Or
randomly
things
appeared.
randomly happen.
Exactly.
That-
We're sloppy, the world is sloppy, but it's also incredibly magical and worthy of awe and respect. And that it's here is amazing. That we're here
First
is
of all, though,
amazing.
like, just to make things clear, it's like, it is true, though, like, when you're, like, on the spot, right, and, like, you have to answer a complex question like that, so I'm giving the benefit to doubt of all these people, and
Yeah.
no judgment at all, you know, but yeah, so this is just our responses.
Respect and that it's here is amazing, that we're here is amazing, and I want to live in relationship to that amazement.
Science can answer moral questions.
Okay, wait. Science can answer moral questions.
Like what moral questions?
Yeah, like what does that mean? Like, okay, so science, okay, this is an interesting question.
Yeah.
So can science answer, like,
Moral.
can it show why maybe morality exists or like why you should be moral? I mean, I guess it could answer why you should be moral, technically, because if you think about the scientific processes, you really like, I just think like you can do like scientific experiments that can kind of show how it's better to be moral in this situation.
Oh yeah, in that case I will say yes, because like
Yeah?
then we can like do a study as you were saying.
So kind of agree or completely?
I agree. I completely.
You completely agree?
Like,
Okay.
what about-
I kind of agree because I just feel like it matters in what context too. Because I don't think that because science is almost like looking more at like the what and what we can observe. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I just think that in some situations, I don't think science can completely answer every moral question. You know what I mean? Like just in terms of the morality, the precise morality of like what is exactly good and what is bad and what is evil. You know?
Gotcha.
Like so I don't think science can, or can it? I don't know, but I just say kind of agree, and let's
Okay.
just move on, because damn.
All of them?
I never looked to science
okay.
to go like, is murder right or wrong? I look to science to say how many murders were committed last week. You know, that's what I want to know. And then say, is there a trend? What is the cause of these murders? Blah, blah, blah. And then we use, we use different tools, I guess is the best way of putting it, to assess whether or not we should be murdering people.
Where do those morals come from then?
I think they're innate in humans. All societies have had certain things they agree on, regardless of religious background and so on. We don't require a deity or any kind of religion to give us those things. We come with them as part of our species. And for me, it's not so much that science can answer moral questions, but science certainly can guide us in a lot of ways, especially when moral questions in conflict with reality as we've now learned it.
There are things that my beliefs cannot explain.
There are things my beliefs cannot explain. What do you think?
There are things. Yeah, I mean, there are many things that my beliefs can explain because I believe that this universe was created, right? And there's a God, right? But like, how am I gonna explain to myself how that happened? You know what I mean? How am I gonna explain to myself, like, I don't know, like for example, death? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Feels
I agree.
very complicated.
I agree. I feel like that's how I feel. I think it's important to have that too in mind, that there are things that you can never completely be certain of as a human being.
Yeah.
So it's important to question your beliefs and see the evidence behind your beliefs in the first place, but just have the humility to realize that there are certain questions that we can't possibly completely understand. Even questions such as, does God exist or not? Or who is God? And, and I think the more specific scientific it gets, especially when we're debating about things that happened in the past, it's really difficult to say that you can be 100% right in what you believe in.
I've got serious gaps in my faith that require a supernatural answer. I mean, I can't understand and fathom the complexities of the universe all on my own. I'm a Christian. At a church service, someone had a hurt shoulder, and they said, my shoulder really hurts, will you pray for my shoulder to get better? I'll be honest with you, I have about 5% faith that that's going to work out. But I prayed for him, I put my hand on his shoulder, and I said, you know, I want this shoulder to get healed in Jesus' name. And I walked away thinking, oh no, another disappointed person who didn't get healed today. Well, the next morning that person called me and said, you wouldn't believe it, my shoulder feels 100% better. I still don't have a good answer to that, but I just know every time I get an answer or an opportunity to exercise my faith in a supernatural way, I want to take that opportunity because I just don't know what the answer might be. It could be something different.
I totally agree with you. I liked you when you said 5%. I pretty much feel the same way, yeah. But in my hometown in Japan, like we have this kind of service to sort of console the spirits in the land. Like when we chant for like an hour, half an hour maybe, then everybody feels, oh, it feels so peaceful. But then I can't quite explain it, like logically. And that's sufficient in that situation.
Science is all about understanding what we can understand. And in science, you're pretty much not allowed to even consider the supernatural because it's beyond testable hypothesis. It's beyond anything that you can evaluate in any, what we might call an objective manner. We are comfortable with the idea that we do not know something. And we say we do not know something and that someday we might find the answer or we may not.
There's a lot out there that we can't explain.
But isn't basically like the thing about, you know, science and even just the scientific process, isn't it about like you'll never be certain of you know your conclusion? So I don't know. I mean, I did respect the fact that it's like, you know, I did respect the point though, is that like, oh, if you don't know it, then you don't know it, right? Like that's cool, but then is he saying that all of his beliefs are correct? I don't know. Well, I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I think so. Then he's saying that everything he knows is correct.
I don't know. That was kind of.
And then the things like he doesn't know.
Yeah. So, like, yeah. Okay. I mean, that's respect, I guess, though.
It has absolutely nothing to do with my beliefs. I was raised Catholic, and I'm just as confused now as I was then about what's really going on. You know, there is this small amount of stuff we can explain. I don't need to have a belief about it. I don't even
this guy's interesting. So this guy's saying he doesn't even have any beliefs. He's like, this dude's like, I don't know, I'm never gonna figure out, so I don't have. You see, I mean, I can respect that. I can respect that you don't have any beliefs.
Just to decide that it's magnificent and terrifying all at the same time, and just kind of leave it at that.
So I think your answer to the question would have been yes. I mean, because I think you might agree that there's stuff that you can't even know to test yet. Right. So maybe there's something beyond scientific theory and proof that we don't even know yet. And I'm not saying God.
Okay.
If we just take God out of it, might there not be something,
certainly,
that your scientific beliefs can't explain?
That's right.
I feel like she didn't get his
point. In my philosophy, I don't see any point in putting any kind of supernatural label on it as an explanation. It's just not solving the problem.
I mean, I respect that, but that's what I mean. What do you mean supernatural? You know what I mean? But anyways, I believe in life after death.
I believe life after death. I don't know.
Wow, this is a tricky one for sure, because like, I don't know. What do you think?
That question, I always question that, but I don't know. I don't have any answer. I'll say, like, I don't know.
So it's for you, so you'd be in the middle, right? Like, you don't know.
Yeah, like.
I mean,
I'm not sure, honestly. Like,
that's kind of like I don't know, but I believe in it. Because for me, I'm like, when I just look at all the capabilities of a human being, and I don't know, and when I just look at this creation, you know, this brain and how much it achieves, and you know, just the way that, you know, how do we even have these questions of what our purpose is. I just feel like, for me, I do believe that there is something greater that happens after death, just from, you know, my experiences in life. And so I would say I'm not completely sure, but I do, you know, I do side with, like, I do believe that, you know, there's something that's gonna happen after death. Like, I don't think we just fade away. So that's just my hypothesis though. So for me though, it's not like I'm completely certain this is true, but that's my hypothesis after, you know, the contemplations I've been having about this question. So that's what I would say.
Well, I'm so glad you're with me because I didn't want to be here all by myself. Yeah, I mean, I just see purpose for our lives that extends beyond the here and now, that there is an eternity that God wants to have with us. His love for us is so deep that it desires to have a continued relationship with us as far as time goes on.
Because I live in Long Beach, right? I go down to the beach and I see the waves in the ocean. At the beach, they come ashore and they leave. We compare that to life. We take different shapes and different forms, and the length of the wave, we have no idea. You show up in different locations, which you have no control. The idea that this momentarily shape that we have, this life, and trying to preserve it, you know, and then we're kind of missing the whole point that we are actually that greater ocean.
In my limited capacity as an individual human, like in this form, in this shape, I have no idea. How could I possibly have any idea about what that being ocean is gonna mean or be? And so I know that I will continue to be part of the universe, but not as me, not as this.
I would agree with that. I mean, I see no evidence from anything that I can observe or anything that goes on that it's more than just wishful thinking that humans in some form are going to exist in some afterlife where they're recognizable and their identities carry on.
When I was a kid, I asked my dad if our pets would be waiting for us in heaven when we died, and my dad said no, and I was shocked, and I was like, why would there not be pets in heaven? And my dad's like, well, there are animals, and I'm like, why not my animals? And he's like, well, they're just like a generic cat and a generic dog. And I went, wait, what? And so at that point, that's when I started to question, like, wait a minute, what happens next? And yeah, I'm kind of, you know, with a lot of you guys here, just saying that, look, you know, wouldn't it be great if we could go on and on and on? But I think because we don't see any evidence for it, I have to be in the camp of, well, we get this one shot, make the most of it, do the best you can, and then when it's done, you know, don't have any regrets.
That's what's interesting to me about it though, because like, let's say there is no concrete evidence that there is something happening after life and death, right? But there's also no concrete evidence that nothing happens after you die too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So how are you guys so sure? How are you going to be like, there's no evidence for this, so I believe in this. Yeah. But this has no evidence really either. Exactly. If you really think about it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know, I just thought it's funny how they're like, yeah, so there's no evidence in this, so it has to be this. Or it's more likely this. Alright guys, so basically we didn't realize, but while we were reacting to the rest of the video, the camera, you know, it stopped filming. The memory just
got full.
Exactly. So, you know, but we thought we had more than enough content to kind of share with you guys and start a thought-provoking discussion. So we had a lot of fun just conversating about everybody's different perspectives and also just thinking about these questions ourselves. So
yeah, those were pretty good questions. They made us think. So
hell yeah. Now, it was definitely fun, and we're gonna be doing a lot of these more. If you guys enjoyed the video, you know, make sure to subscribe and just keep vibing with us. We want to build a community of thinkers where we can have thought-provoking discussions like this. Feel free to share whatever thoughts you guys had during the video, you know, in the comments down below. It'll be a cool conversation to have with some of you, because I know that a lot of the people who follow us like to think. So, honestly, to be honest too, like our hard drive broke, so we gotta fucking figure out a way to fix that and spend more money on that. Our car broke down too, so we had to get a new car. Like, it's been a stressful week, honestly, but you know, we want to give you guys some content. We also got a dog, so Shadow, come here, buddy. Oh, but he's sleeping.
I see.
How about it?
Do you guys want to see it?
Shadow, come here, buddy.
Okay, this is our new friend.
This is a new part of the Think family.
This
you
is
know,
Shadow.
his name's Shadow. You wanna say hi, buddy? Come say hi. Say hi. Oh. Yeah, you know, this is our little child. And you know, Angie's right now making a really cool video too about how we got the dog and just showing the whole adventure.
We're training him too, so he's gonna be a very trained. He's very smart.
He's very
He's a German Shepherd.
Angie did a great job training him. But yeah, guys, you know, just wanted to tap in with you guys, and we're gonna start uploading much more content. Right now, we still got a lot of things we gotta figure out. You know, we're still trying to figure out our, you know, job situation over here, and yeah, you know, just a lot of problems we still gotta figure out. Still gotta build up the studio, cause you know, we make music as well, so we got a lot of cool songs coming out very shortly. But yeah, Angie, anything else you want to say?
Just have a great day, guys, and see you later. And you're gonna see Shadow in our videos now. Bye.
All right, guys. Peace.